You have to pull strength from places you didn't know you had. I'm turning my pain into power.
45-year-old Kimberly Kemp is on the path to recovery after walking away from 5 years of abuse. She says it started with red flags such as manipulation, mind games, and alienation from family and friends.
I don't want people looking at you. I don't want you wearing those clothes. Why are you wearing that? It became violent after about 2 years. I could be driving down the road. He'd jerk my steering wheel to scare me.
She says things escalated when she started standing up for herself.
I was put out of vehicles. I was not taken back and forth. I lost my job, and that was the last straw.
Once Kimberly left, she found herself in a predicament advocates say thousands of South Carolinians face.
You look at your kids and you say to yourself, okay, do I take them out in the cold and let them be hungry and homeless to where I lose them? Do I stay or do I be homeless? Do I endure the pain and the suffering, or do we sleep on a park bench?
Due to a lack of shelters.
In South Carolina, there's 46 counties. 46 counties have animal shelters. There are 18 shelters in the state of South Carolina for women and children. But animals are being looked after more so than human beings, and that's got to change.
Kimberly says it'll take a village to end domestic violence, and she believes things will change when more people get involved. Erin Brown for News 13. Manessa Hardin was just 4 years old when she witnessed her father beat her mother to death.
He was on top of her and he started like caressing her neck, and then he started choking her. And we had a sliding glass door, and you know the sticks like with a hollow mouse. It was a hollow mouse at the end, a big brass mouse, and he beat her in the face repeatedly and beat her till she died.
Hardin says her life drastically changed in an instant. She says she battled feelings of guilt until she was a teenager due to emotional abuse from members of her family.
She's like, no, you killed your mom. And she made me believe until I was 15 that I was the reason my dad killed my mom, because she told me that babies were expensive and I was the last born, I was a baby. So I caused a lot of heartache.
Hardin says she then started spiraling, turning to drugs and alcohol.
And I got into a lot of trouble. I was in promiscuous relationships. I hurt a lot of people. And whenever I was 21, I started calming down and I met my oldest child's dad.
And what started off as a good thing ended up with Manessa being slammed to the ground, with her 2-year-old daughter witnessing it all.
And then whenever I looked over, I just saw her face. And it took me back to being 4 years old and seeing my dad do that. And us on that couch yelling, you know, Daddy's killing her mommy, Daddy's killing mommy, stop Daddy.
Manessa says her daughter walked over to her and asked the same question she asked her mother.
Mommy, are you okay?
That's when Manessa decided to leave. Since then, she has gotten married, has 3 daughters, and shares her story in hopes of helping others.
I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I was left here for a reason. And the number one question I get asked in speeches is, if you could change anything, would you? And I tell them no, I wouldn't, because it made me who I am, and my weaknesses made me stronger.
Reporting in Dillon, Erin Brown for News 13.